Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Knowles Tarot, and welcome to your reading. Uh, Welcome in. We're gonna be doing so for the I just did a modality series where basically went into cardinal, fixed, and mutable, and we talked about like introducing them to sort of just like what's the word? Just getting like a glimpse on like who they were, defining them overall, defining maybe some characteristics in your life that might be important for you to take a look at. It's better if you probably just check them out. I'll probably try to link them below. These should be posted. And if you want to click, there should be a timestamp below when the reading starts. I always have to make sure I mention that early, just so someone don't tune out. Because I would. But hold on. So sorry. I'm going to burp, but I don't want to. Oh my god, there's so many notifications. Okay. Or, like, interruptions. Okay, so it should be posted the 20th, 21st, and 22nd of March. So it might not even be posted yet, but anyways, we did a spread for that reading where it was the Introducing Me spread that I created. It's a 4-card spread. First card's like main characteristics. It's called Who Are You? Who Am I? The second one is your place of employment. So like it could be like your job, your career, like a real career, or like your role in like the zodiac, just overall, like your specific modalities role, or like your specific zodiac sign's role, or just your astrological role overall. And then the third one is, I have it written down, but I don't want to look because I want to try to remember. But the third one is, oh yeah, any pet peeves, so challenges faced, and any advice with that. So many challenges that you face overall in life, or any challenges you face in the zodiac. It's a balance between like real life practicality, but then like spiritual zodiac, if you can kind of tell. And then the fourth one is favorite fact about yourself. So any gifts or talents. Ah, fuck, I think I fucked that up in the modality, in the mutable. I said something wrong. Oh well, check out that. Sorry for you mutable signs who are in here. But favorite fact about yourself, the gifts, talents, or strengths that you possess in real life, in life, or also just astrologically. So yeah, take a look at that. But we're gonna be using that spread today because I was like, if you don't want to check out the modality series, or if you haven't seen it, I want to make sure that you at least get the spread for the collective, for everyone overall. So you could be any sign, or you could be watching this at any time. It doesn't matter really. This is just sort of like timeless, and for everybody, just sort of just in that balance, just make sure that if you're looking for specific advice, make sure you look at what part of the chart that maybe you feel drawn to, or maybe what part of your chart that feels like it's being called to this reading, so that you can get specific advice based on like where that's landing in your chart, what planet, what zodiac sign, what modality, you know what I'm saying? It's that's how you get the best specific information, I guess. But either ways, yeah, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Hope it helps. And let's see, we're going to be doing the spread one card. This is how the spread was done for each sign. It's just that everybody got different cards sometimes. Different tarot. Mutable signs got all oracle. And that's what we're doing today, all oracle sign. All oracle cards. Because I don't have my tarot with me and I'm too lazy to get it. But one card from the Prism Oracle, you got Faith at the bottom. You're probably someone who deals a lot with faith, or community, the way like it's a circle. And then for the spread, we're gonna do with the 4 cards. We're gonna use the Gilded Reverie Lenormand, which we have I forget what we call her, but this woman. She's the passionate but thinking woman. She's the feeling woman, I think, or something. I lost the guy, but I messed up. He got rained out. Oh, I gotta stop on this. Make sure it doesn't fall. Because that would be a time. Okay. Alright, and then we also have, we're going to clarify with the Believe in Your Magic Oracle, which we have this card coming out a lot. Mural, be your own first priority. There's a lot about that. So be your own first priority. Interesting, it's just 2 women are showing up. First off, And then with faith, it's sort of, I don't know, it feels like a feminine energy because faith is more within. So there's a lot of like within energy coming through. But anyways, we'll move forward and see what we got for you guys. Introducing you. And it's just sort of like the introducing you spread is like to get like it's like a spread to define yourself, or even like to redefine yourself. So it's almost like just to help you sort of like center your own compass so that you can move in the best direction that you want to. You know, get like an easy definition so you can move forward. And it's almost like something I've been thinking about with 2D and 3D a lot. Some sadness. 2D and 3D a lot is like, it's interesting because with 2D, with 2 dimensions, 2 different things you're trying to differentiate between, it's like you got, like think of like black and white. You use those 2 to balance against each other so that you can like define one between the other. So then when you have a definition, it makes it easy to go into the 3D, which makes it sort of like, then you have like a physical manifestation of something. So so first you define it, you understand what it is, then you can create something out of it, which is cool. So it's just, that's kind of what I want to like help do, is like help you define something so that you can go ahead and make life the 3D manifestations that you want to, in that sense, if that makes sense. Anyways, timestamp don't look too bad, but we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Introducing me. Last thing, because I said it to make sure I defined it in the modality spread. To clarify, I was inspired to make this spread because it was like a syllabus week, or like the very first week of school, when you have that like middle school, like high school, elementary game, where you just like define, where the teachers like to give you like a few prompts and like, tell us what your favorite food is, who you are, where you're from, all that bullshit. That's partly what it was inspired by. But then when I tried to think of a title, I got the name from Camp Rock 1 for sure. From that, or is it Camp Rock 2? Did I say Camp Rock 1 before? That's definitely Camp Rock 2. I feel so bad that I said 1 the whole time. That's definitely 2. Where it was Nick Jonas singing to that girl, the Introducing Me song. That's definitely where I got the name from, just to clarify. But anyways, anger, we have anger and we have sadness, strong emotions. Oh my geez. All right, let me go ahead and get into the spread. So let's see, what would be from the Prism Oracle, the collectives. So overall introducing me, energy. What would be the collectives overall energy? What would they introduce themselves as with one of these emotion cards, one of these Prism Oracle color cards? Ideation. Wild, because the ideation in this card is almost like a pregnancy card. It's like the pregnancy, but the birth of something coming through, a 3D manifestation. Like there's the card of frustration, which there's pain. It's all sadness, anger, pain. What the hell? But the frustration card in this deck. Hold up. Okay, let me see. What the fuck? Okay, very top. Frustration card looks like this, and so it's like it's like a square. Something kind of cut into like that little hole, but it can't because it doesn't fit. And it's almost like when you look at it from a different perspective, you still then see this rectangle going through the hole, but now you can see it in a different perspective. So you're able to like maybe find a way to make it fit through, whittle it down. There's something about like the frustration and the solution. When you find the solution to it, then you give birth to it. But it's through your perspective. It's how you see and define something, and how you're able to work through it. I don't know. So something very cool about that with you guys, because it's like you guys are able to find solutions to problems quite easily. And if we have that faith come through, it's like you use a different perspective. You might use your intuition. You might use your community. You might learn through like family history. I don't know. It's like you find a different way to do something, and it gives birth to something new. It's like you're not living the same story over and over again. You're birthing, creating more stories, new realities, different things you're bringing into the world, which is really cool. And I don't know what color this card is. I think it's either pink or the book is inside. Damn it. And the only reason why that's important is because I can't tell with some of these shades sometimes. I'm kind of pissed. I think it's a pink card, but I can't tell. And if it is pink, that makes sense because it's a card about birth. I'm getting a shade of pink, but it could be orange or red. This deck is wild. But pink only makes sense because pink is my energy of no pain, no gain, the unconditional love, the the feminine mothering energy of unconditional love in pink. But also it's that I always think of balance, so I had to think about the balance of pink. Why would it be unconditional love? And I mean, it's like love and pain go together in a sense. It's like that like that heartbreak feeling is like the reason why people do fall in love in that sense. And like even like with giving birth to a beautiful baby, like there's still pain involved in that. So it just feels like maybe like even through like finding these solutions, you might go through a great deal of pain as well. But at the end, I feel like there's still like success. Well, not that's funny how I say it. I think there is a great deal of pain, and literally that is like the card that's underneath the deck. But I forgot about that for a second. Because I don't want to think about the pain. I don't want to think about the pain for y'all. I'm even gonna switch that energy and look what happened when I flipped it over. That's beautiful. I'm gonna keep that. Success coming true. Coming true. Success coming true. I'm gonna say that in like a funny way to say through, not funny, but like a different dialect. Anyways, I don't know. The ideation feels good there, because the word is ideation, so it's like literally like an idea that with the word ation or with the suffix of ation, the ending of that, it's like to bring into life, to bring into action, to bring into like it's like a noun turning into a verb. It's like a solid word that moves then. So it's like you bringing something into real life, which is really cool. Now, why am I seeing this like a diamond now? Now it feels like someone else was probably getting married, for sure, or at least like a ring, like a commitment, adorning yourself more, like loving yourself more. I don't know. Their success. Because we'll talk about the pain. We always talk about the pain. But I definitely wanted to make sure you know that there is success through that too. And the universe said that, not me. Let's get into the Lenormand. For the spread, let's see, who are you? Let's see your place of employment. Let's see if you have any pet peeves. Let's see if you have a fun fact about yourself, gifts or talents that you may know about or you may not know about, but like it's like here to highlight it for you still. So who are you with the Lenormand? Okay, I think they're cranes. I never get the name right, but I have the book anyway, so I'm just gonna read from the book when I pull it up. But we're just gonna pull the spread out real quick. The cranes or the birds, I forget what they call it. The stork. I think it's called stork. Sorry, but them bitches are cranes. Are they not? Or are they stork? I think the difference between storks and cranes. Are storks real birds? Am I about to lie on them? I don't want to say they're imaginary birds, but they carry on an imaginary process because they don't really bring that baby. They don't really. It's in real life that shit happens differently. But we tell the story of the stork to keep it like lighthearted and innocent, Anyways, Queen of Cups, that makes sense. 17 is the star, hope. Anyways, place of employment with the Lenormand, not two cards, spirit, just one. The man in the letter, you could be somebody working at the New York Times, but not just, or someone who wants to work at the New York Times, or any newsletter or something like that. But I just need one card actually. Could be a passionate writer in general, but just one card because I was the passionate man. Oh, the sun. So more fire here for sure. Okay, so you could be someone who I'm hearing multiple things. I said first someone who probably is not used to getting fired, but like has been known to get fired a few times, But that's more of a successful card. So I feel like whatever you're doing now in work is a lot more successful. It's a lot more you. It brings out a lot more of like who you are. The broom, like yeah, definitely like, you've cleaned something up. As far as where it comes to work, or like you're trying to do that now at least. I don't know. Anyways, what's the next card is any pet peeves. Any pet peeve. That's 2 cards still here. Compass and the cloud. Trying to move. Trying to take it. Maybe like any pet peeves, any challenges you face. If you've been trying to find a direction through a lot of storms. Oh my goodness, just trying to find a way using your compass, and it's like raining and storming, and it's like you can't even fucking see that thing. But I mean, you're always you're always trying to like use all your tools, move through in a positive way. It feels. Let's see. This one card spirit, please. Oh, any pet peeves? The lilies with the King of Swords. Why did I raise my eyebrow? Because I need an incense. Because I just thought about that. King of Swords has been giving me not good vibes recently. I just gotta say that. For my collective homies, for my returning homies, I just need y'all to know I need thoughts and prayers. A lot of thoughts and prayers. Motherfuckers be wilding out here. But anyways, I'm giggling. Don't check out the mutable side I'm reading, and then check out me what I'm saying here. Oh my god, I definitely need incense. That's how I keep the bad energies away. Let me see. What's the last card? Oh, as the sun's rising. That's so beautiful. That gives me 10 of Swords energy. See, I'm forgetting everything because now this energy's throwing me off. Oh my god. No Photoshop, just real life. I'm telling you. I'm trying to do my best to stay cognizant. I'm doing a reading. And my real annoyance is coming. Let me think. What's the last card? A fun fact about yourself. I'm professional. A fun fact. Let's see. Who wrote that? What song got no Photoshop, just real life? I'm trying to think of what song that is. 23, the mice. I definitely. What am I feeling with that? I'm feeling like reshuffling because I said I was gonna incense and nothing's coming out, so I should do that for real. Because the mice gives me interesting energy, and I don't know how to say it, but I don't think it was your card. I would have normally, if you're a returning visitor, if you're a returning visitor from a while, you know me. I've struggled with like my control on which cards to take and which cards not to take, and I feel like I've gotten a good balance in it. Listening to spirit, and that one just was not it because the energy I was talking about. Even the mice talks about like eating away at things, and just being like a nuisance. And if I'm dealing with the nuisance and that card comes out, plus the vibe of what I just got, I just know to listen to my soul. And that's a good lesson to be learned. Listen to yourself and your soul always. Always. No Photoshop, just real life. I love you guys already. Don't burn me car down. That already feels better. Already. I don't know where the mice just went. There's the home. That's nice. Definitely, yeah. Sanctuary. Restructure. Rejudge. Get some new feng shui. What would be any fun fact about yourself? Mice comes out, I'm gonna scream. The passionate man comes out once again. Who just got this in the freaking modalities? I forget who got that. It might have been mutable sign. Something about how the essential power that was listed in the book. Something about like the gifts and talents that you possess have to do a lot with your power and your will. So your strength is like it doesn't matter how physically strong you are, and that deals a lot with faith too. So it doesn't matter how physically strong or what you may be physically capable of. It's like God gives you that soul strength to do whatever that you can, if you have the will and the faith to be able to, like, you know, believe and trust, but then also put in the action, and have that faith at the same time. Something cool about that. What's at the bottom? The fish. Oh dang! I feel a money bag coming in for you as well. Or if not, just if this has to do with introducing you, it's like you come off very responsible, come off very like you move your own way as well. Like, it's like these guys are moving this way and this fish is moving that way. It's like you take your own direction, and it's like, look, even still, like, this may be his perspective, but it's like it feels like you just come off larger than these two fish, because like you, I don't know, the value of what you do, the value of the direction you take, it's a lot stronger than just moving in this direction and what's already been known. Which I feel like I just mentioned a second ago. It's like you don't do the same story, you're making a different story. And it's like it's a lot more valuable for some reason. I'm gonna burp. I hate when that happens. Like, it stops me from thinking and speaking. Oh yes, I was gonna read the book. Where is there? So who are you? The Stork with the Queen of Cups. Who are you in this? I see nothing. I need to turn the brightness up. With movements, upgrades, and improvements, I bring spring and the change of the seasons. Sometimes my symbol stands for a new family addition or simply a new state of evolution. I can be your move or your next promotion. Oh, so did I say somebody was... with next promotion, it gives the energy of definitely, like how I was talking about, like, whatever you're cleaning up around work, it's promoting you to do, like, different types of work and better types of work that fit you better. Well, I see a new state of evolution. That's definitely who you are, for sure. That came off the strongest in that whole paragraph. It's like you are definitely a new state of evolution. You do things differently. You're moving a different way. You're finding a different way to do something. And in that sense, it's like, oh, you gotta check out the nails, by the way, for my returning visitors. Do you like them? And on this side, you can't really see, because I gotta try to do it with the solid color, because when I did it with, like, the sparkly, it didn't come out correctly. But I'm still rocking with it because I love it. This is Accio for my Harry Potter fans as well. I think it goes from, like, A. Oh my god, it's like freaking dark. A. You might not be able to see this. CCI. Oh, I gotta do it with a solid color because then it'll come off. Then it'll pop. But I'll just do that after I film this or something like that. But this side I tried to do and it was fucked up, so I definitely just had to make those solidly sparkly. Anyways, I get so distracted. The Queen of Cups, a new state of evolution, especially with the heart. Maybe it's something to do with, like, following your heart, or I don't know. A new state of evolution. If I read through the card, the stork is a predictable creature, even though it's fabled to bring change. For example, the delivery of a child in reality, it returns home like clockwork. It's the same as every year. Returning back home to something every year feels very much Pisces energy, so you could be a Pisces as well, or have Pisces somewhere in your chart, or wherever Pisces does land in your chart, to take a look at that, because this is what we could be talking about, that specific area. But returning back to something every year gives me that energy of that of the, I can't remember which story it is. It's basically the fish that returns home like clockwork. But it's looked upon with affection. It returns in the springtime. It's a reason for the association with birth and delivery. So birth and delivery. So yeah, with ideation, hello, might come through. How that definitely feels like you're someone who gives birth or delivers, creations, processes. You give birth to something, it brings a new evolution, whatever it is, it brings in. Like I said here, like the star being hope, it brings in hope. And with the Queen of Cups, with the heart, brings in like an evolution of the heart. People might have a change of heart about something because of what you do. And because with the man here, it feels like you do it so passionately, for sure. Especially the man coming under the sun, it's like you are you. And whatever that is, it's so like large especially with that fish being the larger one. It's so large, but it's like larger than life, but in a very still grounded way. So it's very much given like statue or like monument. I'm seeing, I don't know why I'm seeing Mount Rushmore again. I've been seeing Mount Rushmore for weeks. I don't know why. But honestly, that would freak me out because I have a fear of big things. So seeing big heads in the side of the mountain, it's something about that. It's something about that mix between like this shouldn't be real life, but it is real life that freaks my brain out. I just don't like. Anyways, like I think I was walking the other day and I walked past this temple that had these big ass statues and I said ew. I said ew, and when I had to walk past it again, I did not look. That's freaky as hell. Oh my god. Anyways, much respect to whatever temple it was. Much respect to your faith. But just get rid of the statues. Let me see. Next is the sun. That's your place of employment. It's like your role. Oh, it's here. I am success. Hear me roar. I control your ego and charisma. I boost your confidence and courage. I bring victory and glory. But be careful not to get too cocky, or they didn't spell "too" correctly. They said T-O. So they said be careful not to get too cocky, or get too cocky, or you will be branded a haughty. I'd never searched up what HAUGHTY meant, so I don't know what that means. But I remember it sounded like haughty, like literally like the sun being hot. So I thought that was funny, that those words have nothing to do with each other, and they didn't mean it, but it is a similar type of word. Something about your career job, maybe you didn't mean to step into it, but it's very similar to a lot of the things that you like to do, so it's very easy to do, or it's very fun to do. It still feels like home. Something about the ego as well. You could be, should I control your ego? You could be dealing with something or dealing with people that, I see the word control first for some reason. Control, alt, delete. You could be someone who works with computers. But control, alt, delete as well is giving me very flippy floppy. Whereas like I'm bouncing back and forth now, control, alt, delete. It's like control, alter it, and then get rid of it, delete it. So it's almost like processing something, like controlling it, like a scientist. I've got the controlled spectrum, controlled whatever species. I'm altering it and I don't know, deleting. You could delete the entire process altogether, or you could delete what you knew before because now you've created something different. So it feels like something, I don't know. It feels very sciencey. You could be someone who's a scientist or someone who's interested in science, but if not as well, it feels like, I don't know, dealing with energy in that way. It's like a healer, someone who's holistic, someone who deals with difficult energies and then has to like harness like the power to get rid of that negative energy in a sense. You see what I'm saying? There's a whole spectrum of things that I'm seeing kind of here, but it's just someone who's good at like, and I'm even seeing the word control now on the side of, that's weird. It says climate control though, so it's almost like you could be interested in the weather, but climate control gives me like controlling like the temperature, having to like, because temperature is interesting because between cold and hot, they're both the same thing. They're just energies. They're just the way the environment feels. You're just controlling whether it's like on a cold side or the warm side, but it's still the same. It's still the same thing in a sense, like cold and heat in a sense. I don't know. So it's like I don't know. And even with it being the sun here, that's heat, cooling things down. You could be like an electrician, someone who deals with AC. But your role in the zodiac, it feels like cooling things down. Temperance. Okay. Finally, thank you. That makes sense in my brain. And if we had tarot, temperance might come out with that, honestly, because it feels like your job is to temper things within like either work or career or like the zodiac in general. So he could be like a mediator or like a psychologist or someone who just works well with balance, works well with having to balance things. But see how like even this shape comes out to be like sort of a bit of like a smile. It's like the way you balance things out, it makes people happy. It helps them in a sense. And that's where the success was talking about, bringing success to things, to people. The sun shines and all under its light grow. So like you definitely help things grow beyond what they are, what they could have been. That feels very much like the pregnancy, the birth, and then growing it. So even still, like whatever you work at, or whatever you work with, or even in the zodiac, it's like whatever you bring forth, you not only give birth to it, but you nurture it and continue to grow it, which is cool. The lilies being, it's always difficult to put piece together a new spread and the information that it comes with. The lilies being your pet peeves, initially gave me the vibe of like longevity. So maybe like you could be good at growing things, but even things that take a long time, it's like it might be a bit difficult. Maybe attention span. Maybe you don't vibe with having to have a good attention span. Let's see. Calm, peace, and serenity is what I preach. Your parents and elders show up under my symbol. I bring wisdom and experience. I happen to be a long time period. Contentment and satisfaction is my angle. Angle? I can be your devil or your angle. That funny joke. The lily from a pagan is a symbolic view of sexuality and passion. Passion. But it is also purity. It can symbolize motherhood. It can symbolize, where is it? It can symbolize motherhood with ideation and the stork. So you could be a mother as well, for sure. Excuse me, all in all. Or even the mother or parent to a lot of projects or a lot of creations. So as a result, these calm-looking flowers with their glass engraved background reflect a range of interpretations that are both growing and yet eternally captured in smooth glass without any of their essence. Shows the two sides of this card. Oh, because there are live lilies right here, but there are lilies that are also encaptured in art that will forever stay the same age. I never thought about that or saw that in the card, because they're painted. So it's like encapturing eternity, like the eternity of yourself, and the way that things like the way that this art will forever encapture the beauty of those lilies. But the live ones will continue to grow and change, but the ones that were painted back here will stay the same, but they'll always have the beauty of a certain time that those lilies held. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but you know what I'm saying. So it's almost interesting. We might suggest that they are on a range of excitement, sexual nurturing, or absence of that excitement in this chasteness. A range of excitement. Challenges that you face. Challenges that you face could have had to deal with sexuality, or just sex in general, or just even like that intimacy. It feels like, I don't know, like that image of sex versus the image of like or sexuality, or just intimacy in general versus the energy of like, you know, how things grow and change, and but with this, some things stay the same. It's almost like having to deal with changes around that, or even like the challenges around keeping purity, the purity of yourself, even when you change. And like, I don't know. There could be like an issue around passion, where it's like you want to follow your passions and your drives. You want to follow what you believe, but also there's like an image of who you were that it feels like like, imagine this, like, from the inside we can see this grow and change, but from the outside of this, you only have the image of the stained glass, so you only have the image of what this was at a certain time. So it's like certain people could have an image of you, of who you were at a certain time, only from the outside, and that's all they'll know. But they won't know truly what you are or where you've grown to unless they step inside and see that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like most people won't step inside for some reason, because it's like, I don't know. It's almost like if this wasn't their church and it's not their ministry, so it's like it's not their call. It's like for some people, it's not their life's call to even step inside, so they're never going to. But for some people, it's like they're frightened to step inside because it's like that religious fear I'm feeling. So it's like, I don't know, but some people do step inside and they see where you've grown and changed to, and they honor and love and respect that. But for those who won't step inside, they'll just never see that change. They'll only see the image that was painted in the glass, and that sounds real Groundhog's Day to me. And that never sounded comfortable. Groundhog's Day, bro. Yeah, and infinite, and you get to live forever, but it's the same day. Get the hell. I don't know. That just sounds frightening. Imagine if I lived the same day over and over again, where I saw that big ass statue in the temple. I had to see I had to see that statue every day. Get the hell out! I cry. That thing was freaky. I'll never see that thing again. If I drive past it, I'm gonna drive into it. I swear. Ew, that's a scarier thought. Let me just move forward. 28, being this man. That is any gifts or talents that you possess, which it sounds pretty passionate. Let's see. In the reverie, a strong-looking man wears a red cloak about himself. Oh, the red cloak is about himself, so it's about him. So I mean, first of all, that's not what I'm meaning to say, but it's like fighting to come through out of my mouth. So I'm just gonna say that it could be like main character energy, where definitely you give that off, and that's a joke, but like in a sense, it just means that you definitely make yourself the priority, which we saw in the Believe in Your Magic. So like you make yourself the priority in a very good way. But the red cloak about himself, it almost gives you the energy of like it's on him, but it's not. But he's not so focused on it that it's like tied up completely, or like it's about him. It's like it's around him. It's like it's on him, and he's aware of the cloak. Like the color red does have to do with awareness as well. It's like he's aware of the cloak, but it's not so fixated on it that he's trying to like make sure it looks the best on him. So it's like that's what I sort of mean, like aloof, like it's around, and so it's funny because that's kind of how he's dressed. That's how the card describes. Because like he's not focused on the cloak, because he's more focused on whatever it is he has his attention on, whatever it is he's focused, he's passionate about. So it definitely gives the vibe of like passion. Your gifts and talents have to do with your focus, your drive, for sure. It's like you still make the time to look good and look great for yourself, but it's like you're moving so much that it doesn't even it don't even matter what's happening to like the stuff that's around you or on you. It's like it gives the energy of like a painter who like just has like paint just all dripped all over their clothes because their art is more important than whatever like menial physical things. The physical still looked after, but maybe the spirit might be a bit more important for you. But he's bare chest, showing a masculine Mars symbol, so action. He could be someone who takes a lot of action. The symbol on a pendant, he looks to the right of the card and appears determined and passionate. So determined and passionate is one of your, two of your, well, I said one of. I can't think. Determined and passionate are two of your biggest gifts or talents that you possess, and special fun fact about you, if you knew it or if you didn't know it, like it's like more people are probably going to start to realize and notice like just how determined and passionate that you are. And it's a really good thing, because it shows that there's I don't know, it feels like at least in this moment, and it's just a feeling. So I'm not saying I'm basing this off of anything major or whatever, but it's just a feeling. Well, I kind of am. It's a bigger feeling. It's like there's so much magician energy going on right now, And you know, with Pisces and Aries season like that mix almost, it definitely gives magician energy, because Pisces is definitely definitely gives me like that energy that Capricorn gives me, where it's like what's the word? Merlin, like that wise wizard energy. And then Aries definitely gives like the energy of just like the new young-ish magician. Put that together, it's a lot of magic. I don't know, like in my mind, it's a lot of magic, but also it's just been a vibe, definitely, like a lot of people who are manifesting, creating, and with this energy of determined and passion, it's like whatever you're determined on, whatever you have your awareness on, whatever you're creating, that's very important. So it's like people are going to see that what you're. It's important to note whether you're like manifesting positively or negatively, and a lot of people I'm feeling are doing real negatively, because it's like it's a very specific process. No matter how you do it, it's very inside out, and it deals a lot with how you're feeling, and what you're thinking, and how you see things, and that's how magic is, done and worked through on this 3D level in this world. We can still create things. We can still manifest the life we want. But there's a lot of magic involved, a lot of process, a lot of inside out. And it just feels like you're doing it in a very positive, or at least your goal is to do it in a very positive way, in a very honest, pure way, but still very passionate, very determined. Like you're willing to do, what you need to do, but still in a very pure and innocent way. And I don't know, that might be just one of your biggest gifts or talents, that you're able to be determined and passionate, almost like that, like a peace fighter type of energy, like I almost said Malcolm X, incorrect. Martin Luther King, or like Gandhi, that type of energy of like fighting the good fight in a peaceful way, in a positive way. That was not Malcolm. That was not Malcolm X. He was ready to start some shit, if I remember that right in history. I could be remembering wrong. That's because history, I didn't pay attention. I was drawing. I couldn't do it. They said, open your books, and I said, I fell asleep, bro. Anyways, moving forward, I'm going to clarify with the Believe in Your Magic Oracle. Literally be your first priority. Still shining through right there. I'll pull the cards now. I also have the book that I took a picture of this. Took a picture of the cards as well from the guidebook, so I'll go ahead and I tried to airdrop it to myself, but it just wouldn't send. I was like, what the fuck? So I just took pictures. Anyways, moving forward, let's see. Who are you with the stork and the Believe in Your Magic? Library, take control of your own narrative. Who? Excuse me. I literally turn into an owl whenever I get passionate. I'm like, who? That's so cool. And 22 being the Fool is really like it's like after the world of 21, after the world chapter is closed off. It's like you're writing the story, you're driving the car, you're the one in charge of the narrative. It's so cool. We've talked about you writing your own story in this, and it's very much so the energy in this, where it's like you're like, fuck the other books, fuck the books I've been reading. You literally have your own. You don't have your own story or your own book or your own chapter to write. You have your own entire library to write. That's wild. That's so many books. It's like you literally said fuck the entire library that's been written before already. That's everyone's story, And it's not like you're saying fuck everyone else's story and their experience. It's just like you're not letting that. You're not letting someone write their story on top of yours, and it seems, or you won't let that happen. That's cool. Place of employment with the sun. Ooh. Dragons, slay them all. I didn't show y'all my origami dragon today. I showed it to you in the other collective reading. I'm gonna show this until it stops being cool to me. So probably never stop showing it. This bitch is sick. Dragons, slay them all, absolutely. So when this card comes out too, it's like, what else? What do you expect me to do, Spirit? Not show the dragon? when the Dragons card comes out. Come on. Come on. And now I gotta put it back up. And it's gonna be a struggle. Just sit there, babes. Alright. Slay them all. Don't slay that one, though. Leave him be. He's a nice dragon. But these dragons don't seem pretty nice. It seems like they're covering all up on your sanctuary. That feels almost like it's close to the pet peeves card, where it just feels like things surround, like, and I talked about that circle of faith, things surrounding. Anyway, your job could have to do with like slaying dragons for sure, getting rid, and oof, if the sun, is about ego. Look at all that ego surrounding your sanctuary. It's like people's egos come in cloud. Like, what would be your sanctuary? Your mind, your heart, your soul, like your body, your temple. If we're talking about temples, your temple. And you got all these egos that's like surrounding it. So something about getting rid of that. And even if like if this isn't your temple, your body, this is like your legacy, the things that you're trying to create, the entire castle, the sanctuary of what you're trying to build. You know, it's like your story that you're writing. This is your library, and you got all these egos around being like, oh, you don't have this experience, you don't have this, you don't have that. It's like your job is to take what you know and get rid of that shit. That's really cool. We'll read from the deck though, so get more information. But the lilies for pet peeves. 2 cards, Spirit. I just needed one. Which justice is coming? For you specifically, the sun. Paint the sun back into your sky. That's a pretty card that we saw the other day. That's you bringing in your own justice. And that one was not with the sword, but with the paintbrush. Very peaceful, it sounds. This one's with the ones that have a sword is because it's almost like that's when they're coming in to actually like antagonize you, and the sword feels more so for defense. Like, it's not a big sword at all, like designed to like beat somebody up. It's just designed to just, you know, get rid of what shouldn't be there and get rid of the things that shouldn't be taking away your sanctuary for sure. So number 4, treat your body like the palace that it is. With the lilies, and with your pet peeves, any challenges that you face. Oof. And are these not doves of peace, actually? And she's definitely got headphones on, and that's a vibe that I feel specifically. That's how I keep my peace. But it's almost like body like the palace that it is. That's the palace. It's like you have a palace of peace somehow. And with pet peeves, it's like maybe people come in and destroy that. See how these are doves? But in here, when you have to be defensive, when you have to pull out that defense, it's like these doves. It's like she don't have headphones on here. It's like when people take away her peace, when they take away her sanctuary, then these doves turn into dragons. You see what I'm saying? It's like how everyone is peace around her, but then when the peace is taken away, when the music stops, I don't know, there's almost like an energy of like, then you have to defend yourself, you have to get rid of these dragons. It's like, I don't know, there's a lot of different vibes there. But it's interesting how these 2 people are surrounded by these things with flight. It's like even maybe like you're not able to take flight as much as the things around you, but you're doing your best to still fight the good fight, to still be yourself, and but still do the most that you can. So it's like your peace is very important, because it's like other people can find their peace through possibly different means, through possibly different ways, and it's like you don't have such avenues. So it's like you're doing your best and keeping your peace, like in a stronger way than most people even could. So pet peeves maybe like, and look how close she is to this palace, and look how far she is in this card. It's almost like pet peeves maybe like when people, any challenges you face, maybe like people not leaving you to your own to take your time to be in peace, as well as like people like not giving you any distance, or people, I don't know, it's like when you get close to this palace, then you feel defensive, but the farther you are away from it, it's like the more peace that you have. I don't know what that energy has to do with this. That's mirror as well, so I don't know. reflections. People, I don't know, reflections. Not being able to reflect might be a pet peeve of yours, or just challenges that you face. Any advice with that? I'll read from the card. That's because that gives the best advice. But special gifts or talents with the man. Damn, Spirit, that's 3 cards. It's 11 and 33. It's 38. Oh, 11, 38 and 12. Sun, villain, expectations. A lot of information there. Oh. Sun, villain, expectations. So your sun sign, whatever that is like you're seen as a villain from your sun sign because the expectation is because of what people see of you. But it's like you've almost evolved or grown your sun sign into something else. It's like a different vibe, a different generation, a different not even different generation, but just a different like evolution of something that you've done to evolve to evolve your ego and evolve your sun sign in general. But it's like you might be seen as a villain from it, but you're definitely rewriting the story because that's what that card says. But the sun, or it's not like seen as a villain. I don't know. I mean, the man, the passionate man. You got lighthouse. Don't doubt your worth. That's really cool. Don't doubt your passions. Don't doubt what you're determined about. Like, even think of the two words that match are doubt and determined, because they both start with D. So it's almost like, it's like you can choose doubt or you can choose determination. Now it's giving me Lemonade Mouth vibes, where if you've seen that movie or seen that at all, the lead singer of that band was constantly like physically sick over having to perform, and just would never go on stage until like a second before, and they would always have to inspire her through the. It's funny. I'm not gonna tell you what's in this if it's not lemonade, but that's literally hilarious because the determination energy comes in, but like I don't know, they would inspire her. It would be cheesy. They would give her a can of the lemonade that they all drank. That was like the reason why they got their band together. So I mean, of course that's the goofy part of it, but it was like when she performed, she was so good. She was so talented. She was so amazing. It's like whatever you do, you're so good at it. You're so like naturally like made for it. There might be doubt. There might be fears as well, but it's just like I think those come from, where did they come from? The movie. I think it was something that came from a past experience. Like she like threw up when she tried to perform at some or like she noticed early on in her life that she was afraid. So this gives the energy as well as like being mature from a young age, or at least like passionately wanting something from a young age, but like deeply loving it so much that you're also like terrified of doing it as well. But it's like a way that you live and operate. One of these gifts and talents is like the way you do it is just so perfect, and it's natural and it's so helpful. With the lighthouse too, it's like it's almost like, again, the energy of hope in a dark place. Because it's like when ships are out. Ooh, I couldn't imagine. I'd be terrified to hell. But when it's nighttime and imagine like a new moon, nighttime, there's no light. So it's just water and darkness on a ship. Hell no. But it's like you're looking for like that, but then imagine finding a lighthouse, that solid object in the ground where it's like you're going to be able to like not have to be on a dark ocean for forever. It's like almost like, I imagine being in a boat like that is literally like swimming in the ocean. Like you're at sea. If that boat goes under, there's no rock to keep you up. You're just gonna, hell no. But a lighthouse energy is very solidifying, very it feels peaceful, because then you get to like sleep for the night. You don't have to worry if like you're gonna go underwater, or you're sort of just very peaceful, very calming. So it could be a gift that you have as well, to like bring people into like a very peaceful state. Voids. Look at this person. See, they're literally at sea. They're on a voyage, and this is what people look like. She looks a little confused too. So maybe that's what people are around you. They're a little confused sometimes, but it's like that. It's like, I don't know. You then are that lighthouse that brings them hope about something. I keep burping, Jesus Christ. Maybe it's the lemonade. The lemonade mouth. Alright, let me see. I talk about the movie all the time. Number 22, which is this card, the Believe in Your Magic Oracle is split up into 3 sections actually, between princesses, witches, and mermaids, which is interesting. So we start off with 22, which is a witch energy. Where I tell you about the magician energy, it's definitely here. Witch with 20 or 22 with library, take control of your own narrative. That's definitely magician, like writing your own story. It says someone else is trying to call the shots in your life. They think they can waltz in and control your every move, and you need to say no to their manipulation. Period. It might seem tempting to relinquish control, but if you give someone else power over your narrative, chaos will ensue, and it will all be in their favor, not yours. The stories inside of you make you a library on the verge of bursting, but only if you're the one to pick up the pen. Okay, that's given. So they pick up the pen and like Taylor Swift, Nicki Minaj energy, like people who are good with the pen. They're just good writers. People that they say are good writers in music in general. That's just my common things I hear in some of the videos I watch. But anyone who's good. What Mozart? I'm thinking composers now. I'm thinking artists too, as well as Van Gogh. But just good with the pen, good with the tool. What else do I see with that? Being with the stork, and that's who you are. And a library, think about how valuable a library is, but then also think about the fact that, I don't know, in today's day and age, they're not really used as much because of the digital age. So you could be someone who's definitely old-fashioned, but it's almost like you're someone who definitely feels very classic as well. Like classic is a needed thing. Like they say, like the classics. I think I was watching MasterChef the other day. They were talking about the classics, about how they're classic for a reason. Is because they're loved over time. They're things. They're just like the recipes are always the same, and it's like they taste good, and it's for a reason. They keep them that way. It's like it's almost like I don't know. Now I'm getting hungry. I'm thinking of food, so I'm gonna make some after this. But fucking MasterChef. It always makes me hungry. But they be cooking that food so good. And now I'm thinking of like cookbooks as well. So you could be someone who likes to cook. But also I'm just thinking like someone who like could write their own cookbook. So it's like you don't only like to cook, you not only like to do what you like to do, but you could write a book on it. So it's like that's how like well versed you are in whatever it is that you like to do. And the energy of someone coming in trying to control that, it's like that's how well you do it. It's like some people don't have the sauce like you got the sauce, and they really want to like get in there and like not manipulate, but take it for themselves in a sense, utilize you for themselves. And this is a very strong life lesson on like being yourself, understanding. First of all, understanding how powerful your worth is the fact that motherfuckers want to like utilize your sauce, utilize your power, utilize what you can do for themselves. But it's like you have to, but like it'll be great to acknowledge your worth and your power, and to remember to utilize it for yourself at all times, or as much as you can, because that's how you're going to continue to grow. And I'm also getting the vibe of like putting lock on the library door, sage in the library, get all the nasty vibes out of there. Dragons, I don't see what number that is because the card is a little scratched up. Dang it. But it seems like one of the okay, it's number 6. Okay, it did seem like a single digit. Thank God. So your place of employment, dragons slay them all. When the heart is involved, people don't always have the best intentions. They will pretend they're good for you, only for you to find out that they're toxic or even abusive. The time has come for you to face your dragons, and you must slay them before they slay you. Of course, don't literally slay them. Word to my green dragon, please don't literally slay these guys. Or you can slay these guys, just not that one. Don't literally slay them, but make sure that they know that you won't stand for their mistreatment. Okay, yeah, literally, don't like actually go out and slay nobody. But it's like slay their ego. Let them know that they won't be able to mistreat you in any certain type of way. Like literally give them an ego death. If they're trying to control you, it's like, nah, that's not gonna happen. So it's like, I don't know, your career could have something to do with that, slaying egos, letting people know that you won't stand for mistreatment, standing up for maybe even like the underdog, or standing up for like a minority type of group, or standing up for anyone who deals with mistreatment. But that could be your role in the zodiac as well. It's like you definitely protect sanctuaries. You protect places where people should feel peace and should feel safe. That's a really, I couldn't even swallow. I said, that's a really cool career. Or just a really cool job in general. I said the word general, so you definitely are a leader. Like, you're definitely someone that people look up to. I was like, people are like, general? And you're like, what's up? You're like, you're always at the ready, if it seems, which is really cool too. Number 4, being mirror, treat your body like the palace that it is your pet peeves. You've been feeling self-conscious as of late. But the answer is not to change anything about yourself. The answer is to learn to love the body that you've been given. Avoid those crash diets, the extreme exercise, or any other unhealthy behavior. Take strides towards a healthy mindset that accepts yourself as you are, not what you feel pressured to be. Any pet peeves, any challenges that you face? Peer pressure, or pressure to be someone, or pressure to change anything about yourself? What comes underneath the lilies? Yeah, it's like the longevity. It's like we talked about change and how, like, on the other side, from the outside, you can see the paint. You can see you can see the story that you have created, the picture you have painted of yourself. But in reality, you grow and you change. And it's not about changing anything about you, because the universe is already doing that. The universe is already changing you as you grow. So it's like, it's not about you to change it. It's about you just to look at it and love it and continue to be who you are. I think any advice with that is definitely just not to feel pressured by anybody to change, not to feel pressured by anyone to stay or even stay the same, you know. It's like you move the way that you move and just be natural in that. Because it's like, what's a sunflower gonna tell a dandelion? Like, what they got to, and that's what the image I'm getting now. It's like different flowers different plants telling other plants how to run their life. It's like all these plants have specific natural ways that they run. And like one plant could be 100 years old and know everything about, like, an acacia tree could be 100 years old and look at a rose and be like, well, you're not doing the same process as me. You don't know what you're doing. It's like a rose is not going to become an acacia tree. It's going to become a rose. They have their own paths, and I don't know if that's a goofy way to explain that, but I'm always recently getting the energy of like people who feel like their long experience can overshadow someone else's experience, and they then have the authority to sort of judge every single thing about them because they don't have that experience. And I just don't think that that's a fair energy, at least most of the time or all the time. I'm getting it kind of here. Just with, like, I don't know, the pressure and the taking control of someone's narrative, and the ego. It's like, it's a lot here, for sure. And that's not fair, because again, what's an acacia tree gonna tell a rose? They literally have different paths. I can't think of any other examples because I'm feeling pissed. I say, is it time to incense again? But 20, sure. I'm not mad at that. We did it at the same time at the last card. We keep doing it at the last card. So if there's a pattern, I'm going to follow it. If it's a positive one. Word to positive patterns. Positive patterns like astrology. That's a fun type of pattern. The pattern, the app. Y'all remember when CoStar got popular? Motherfuckers swore that they were on the astrology bag with CoStar, and it's a good app. But sometimes that thing was just saying random shit. Did y'all not feel that? Co-Star was not. Well, I'm gonna just download it again and see what they say now. 20, Lighthouse, don't doubt your worth. See how much instance actually just fixes things. Some motherfuckers' energies will scrape and claw at yours over and over again. I swear. Okay. It's like you'll get rid of the energy and you'll be like, what is that creeping back in? It's like I don't know. It's like a bug that just won't stay dead. Anyways, Lighthouse. There will always be someone in your life who doubts the amazing things you're capable of. It is then that you must decide to be your biggest champion. I'm getting Nicki Minaj champion. No, I'm kidding. Believe wholeheartedly in your own worth, regardless of outside opinion. And what would the outside opinion have to say? Oh, this is what you look like, and this is what we remember, and this is what we see. The outside opinion means nothing to the living thing on the inside. It means nothing. Outside opinion literally only sees one thing, and that's their fault and their problem. If they would step inside, they would see the rest. They would see the growth. But they won't. And whose fault and whose problem is that? Theirs, not yours. Absolutely theirs, not yours. That's just logic. If they want to see something different, they would step inside. You can't uproot yourself to then bring yourself outside of them. That's going to kill you as a plant. And kill you what for? Just for them to change their perspectives? Given sacrificial, no thanks. Like, we're not sacrificing ourselves for these things. For what? For them it's all to die? I don't know, anyways. Put the mask on the airplane when it's going down before you put it on anyone else. Feed yourself a steady diet that speaks to self-love, self-kindness, and self-confidence. It's all about the self. Right, because the lighthouse, if the lighthouse doesn't light up, then nothing's getting helped. Those ships aren't going to be able to find respite. They're going to be tired. So it's almost like they want to control how your lighthouse works, but at the same time they want your lighthouse to be on all the time so that they can come to you. That's just too much control. It seems like your special talents is just definitely taking care of yourself and knowing how to operate your own self. Because like, if they want that hope, if they want that respite, if they want that light, you're gonna have to know that, like, you're gonna have to take care of yourself first. The lighthouse is gonna have to be on first before they can see it. And I don't know, it's like you're very well talented and taking care of yourself, and whenever things get dark, it's like you can find your own light before you give it to anyone else, which is very nice. I like that a lot. You guys are very strong in your energies, for sure. You're very creative, very powerful, very, like, it's like, I don't know, able to give birth over and over again to these projects and these creations, no matter what, like, life throws at you, which is really cool. That's really cool. Already, I hope this helps. Thank you guys so much for being here. I gotta get out of here because I'm tienes hambre. Tengo hambre. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I'm hungry. But I'm always hungry, so there's nothing different here. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. If you like this spread, I'll continue to use it in other types of readings, or I'll modify it. Who knows? We'll use different cards. But other than that, check out the modality series coming on March. I already forgot. On March 20th through the 22nd. And I'll see you guys too for the other readings, collective reading. But yeah, stay safe, drink some water, eat good foods, take care of yourself. Don't let anyone control that narrative, because that's yours. That's your story. And yeah, have fun with your days. Other than that, I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.